All right. We are going to start from the seated position today. We're going to do a sequence that is great for your respiratory system. It's going to support both your lungs and your chest, your heart and chest area. So the first thing we're going to do is some pranayama, some breath work, and we're going to do alternate nostril breathing. Now, a lot of times people will tell you it's traditionally practiced with your left hand sitting on your knee, your fingers, first finger and thumb together in a circle to mudra, and you use your thumb to block off the right nostril and the ring finger and the pinky to block off the left nostril, and you'll alternate back and forth. But I know a lot of times this is difficult for some people. So if you like, you can use your index fingers to block off each of your nostrils. But we are going to start with just some regular inhales and exhales to begin with. So find yourself seated comfortably. You can have your legs crossed. You can have your knees bent. You can have your legs out in front of you. Whatever you need, because we are going to be here for a couple of minutes. Not a problem. And so beginning sitting nice and tall. You can have your gaze at the floor or your eyes gently closed. Slowly begin to inhale and exhale through the nose. Inhaling and exhaling naturally. No tension, tightness, or holding. Just letting the breath come and go naturally. Taking a moment to check in, notice that if you are breathing more up in your chest area, maybe you're breathing more in your belly, we're going to open up the whole frontal area of your body with the alternate nostril breathing. This may also open up your sinuses a little bit if you have allergies, as well as get both hemispheres of your brain working together, because we're going to cross the midline when you inhale up one side and exhale out the other. So deciding on which way you prefer, if you like, you can have your left hand sitting on your knee with the thumb and forefinger together, and you can use your thumb to block off the right nostril, and finger and pinky to block off the left. First and second finger can be in the center of the forehead, either in the center of the palm or the center of the forehead. So I'm just going to use my index fingers this morning. So let's exhale the breath all the way out. Block off that right nostril and inhale left. Now block off that left nostril and exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. 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 And exhale left. Let your hands come back down to your lap and let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Turn off my phone. And then now, coming on to your back, going to begin lying on our backs. After this, having those knees bent for just a moment, palms flat on the floor. I want you to settle in, get yourself nice and comfortable. And first of all, make sure you've got that nice little curve of your spine right here, that you're not pressing your lower back into the mat, that you just got a nice, easy. And make sure you've got those sits bones pressed firmly into your mat. Now, straighten out that left leg. And I want you to grasp behind that right thigh and bring that knee to the chest. And then slowly lift that right leg up to the ceiling. I want you to flex and point and flex and point a few times. And then now some ankle circles. And let's reverse directions. And then bring that knee back to the chest for just a moment. Let's hold it here for another breath or two. Again, making sure you've still got that nice curve in your spine, that natural curve. You're not pressing that lower back into the mat. And slowly lower that right leg back down to the mat. Straighten it out. And bend that left knee. Bring that knee towards the chest and squeeze in for just a breath or so. Lift that left leg up to the ceiling and begin pointing and flexing with the left foot. Just a few times. And then a few ankle circles. And reverse. Slowly bringing that knee back to the chest for a couple of breaths. Making sure to check in that you've got that nice little natural curve in your spine. You're not pressing that low back into the mat. And slowly release. Now bending both of those knees. And let's walk those feet out to the edge of your mat or about shoulder width apart if you don't have a mat. We're going to do a hip twist this morning. So bring in your palms out to the side, your hands out to the side with your palms up. Keeping those feet firmly planted on the floor. Take a great big inhale. And then exhale, drop the knees over to the right. Your gaze is either up at the ceiling or you can gently look over your left shoulder if that's available to you. Continuing to inhale and exhale. Through the nose if it's available this morning. Inhale back up to the center and exhale, reset your hips. Again, keeping those feet flat on the mat. Take a great big inhale. And this time exhale, drop those knees over to the left. Your gaze is, again, up at the ceiling, or if it's available, you can turn that head over to the right, looking over the right shoulder. You're trying to keep both shoulders as close to the floor as possible. With every exhale, soften and relax, and let that shoulder sink towards the mat a little more if it's up. Inhale those knees back up to the center. And exhale, reset those hips. Now heel toe in and roll over to one side or the other and press yourself up into your tabletop position. We are going to have a nice tight tabletop here. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. If you need a blanket or a towel under your knees for cushion, please get one. And we're going to cat-cow first thing. So let's curl the toes under. Take a great big inhale. Lift the head up to the chin as parallel to the floor. And drop the belly. This is cow. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, arch the back, press the floor away from you for cat. Inhale, cow, head up, belly drops, shoulders back. Exhale, cat, tuck the chin, arch the back, press the floor away. Now begin cat and cow with your breath, not mine. Your breath may be different than mine. You maybe want to go faster or slower than I do. So use your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one. Let's finish with your favorite, cat or cow. And then meet back in our tabletop position. And now we're going to open the chest and the thoracic spine a little bit. So I want you to take your right hand behind your right ear. You're still in your tabletop otherwise. You're going to lift that right elbow up to the ceiling and a gentle twist. And then exhale, bring that elbow in between the arm and the leg. Inhale, open and twist. Exhale, in the tightness. One more. Inhale, open and twist. Exhale, in the tightness. Inhale back to your tabletop position. Let's do the other side. So take that left hand behind the left ear. Let's inhale, elbow up and twist. Exhale into tightness. Inhale, open. Exhale into tightness. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale into tightness. Inhale back to your tabletop position. And now I want you to curl, keep those toes curled or curl them if they came up. We're going to move into downward facing dog. So shift the hips up to the ceiling, press the thighs back towards the back of the mat, and drop your head in between the arms. Let's find a little bit of stillness for a moment. Take a great big inhale. And then exhale, I want you to let those shoulders relax, drop them away from your ears. And then you can begin to pedal out the feet. You can walk your dog, pressing the heels towards the floor. Finding some stillness again just for a moment. Let's inhale, lift that right leg up to the ceiling. And then exhale, I want you to step that right leg to the outside of that right hand. Now, if that foot does not go all the way, you can take the ankle, pick it up, and bring it up to the foot. So your hands are on the inside. Let's take that right arm, lift it up and open and twist to the right. Feel it engage that leg and hip there. And breathe. Exhale, hand down. Now shift the, straighten that right leg, shift the hips back. Inhale, pull forward back to your lunge. And exhale. Inhale, reach that right arm up and open again. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale down. Now step back into plank. Press the heels away from you. Nice tight plank. You're not sinking in. You don't have the butt up in the air. You're nice and tight. And breathe. And now shift up. Downward facing dog. Drop that head between the arms. Hips to the ceiling. Take a big breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift that left leg up to the ceiling. And this time, exhale that left foot to the outside of the left hand. And again, if that foot just comes halfway, pick up that ankle and bring it to the top of your mat. You're in a nice long lunge here. Inhale, right arm or left arm, up and open. So whichever arm, the other side. Exhale, hands down, back to the floor. Shift the hips back, straighten that left leg this time. Take a breath. Inhale, pull forward back to lunge. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, reach up and open and twist. Exhale, hand down. Step back to plank. Hold your plank for just a moment. Nice, strong plank. Shift up, downward facing dog. Take a big breath here. And slowly begin to walk yourself all the way up to the top of your mat or up to your hands if you don't have a mat. Exhale, forward fold, planting the hands firmly on the floor. Making sure you bend your knees as much as you need to get those hands to the floor. Take a breath. Let the head hang. Inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, Utkatasana, upward chair pose. So press the hips back, making sure your knees are not over your toes. So you don't want the knees forward. You pull the booty back. Arms are up overhead if it's available to you. If you've got super tight shoulders, you can bring the arms out in front of you. And breathe. For 3, drop the shoulders away from the ears. 2, and 1. Exhale, fold. Hands to the floor, bend the knees as much as you need to. And release. And again, inhale, sweep the arms, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, Utkatasana again. This time though, cactus arms. So your elbows are alongside the shoulders. And you can step wider this time, or if you prefer, you can have closer in. Just make sure you're not pressing the knees together. You're getting those thighs out, pressing the knees out, and breathe. 2, and 1. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, release. We are fixing to move into Warrior 2 pose. So I want you to step that left leg back. And you're going to come to where your toes are facing the edges of your mat. So your feet are on the short edge. I want you to take this left foot, and I want you to make sure the foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Now, your hips should be nice and squared forward. So place your hands right alongside the hips and check your fingers, make sure they're even. Hips are nice and forward. So take this right foot, I want you to lift those toes up, and try to turn just the toes in the ankle so that these hips stay square. If when you turn, the hips turn, bring those toes back. So if you can't do that without shifting the hip, maybe walk that foot forward an inch or 2, and then you can keep the hips forward. Because if you get those hips turned, notice how this shifts the knee, and you can be reaching your knee. And we definitely do not want that. So let's inhale the arms out, take a big breath. Exhale, bend that right knee. Now, you don't want to lean forward. You want to be sitting nice and tall. Check in here. Weight is evenly distributed on both of those feet. Your gaze is gently looking over the first 2 fingers. And breathe. Rotate the thigh out, shins in. You should be able to see that big toe if you glance down. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's flip that palm up on that right hand. I want you to bend the forearm and drop that forearm to the thigh. Reaching that left arm up and over. Bring that inner elbow alongside the ear and drop that left hip. And breathe. Extended side angle for 3, 2, And 1. Inhale, back out to warrior 2. For 3. 2. And 1. Inhale up. And exhale, release, and turn those right toes back out. And now I want both of those big toes turned out just slightly so that they're facing the corners of the mat. Hands right here in your hip creases, not on your hips, but in these hip creases. Nice little soft bend in your knees. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, press the hips and thighs back. Wide leg forward fold. Bringing the hands to the floor. Take a big inhale. Exhale, sink in. Your next inhale, reach that right arm up and open and twist. Take a breath. Your next exhale, bring that right hand down. And inhale that left arm up and open and twist. And breathe. Your next exhale, bring that left hand down. Now, you've got a couple of options here. You can bring your hands to your ankles and walk your way up, or you can reach your hands out. Keeping a straight spine, come all the way up. And exhale, release. We're going to move to warrior 2 on the other side now. So I want you to turn the left foot till it's parallel to the small edge of the mat. Weight is nice on the back edge of the foot. It's nice and firmly planted down. And now this time, again, your hips are facing forward. So check in with your fingers. And take the left toe and turn down, keeping those hips forward. Inhale the arms out. Exhale, drop the shoulders. Gaze is over the left fingertips. Big inhale. Exhale, bend that left knee this time. Rotating the thigh out, shins in. Making sure you can see that big toe. Weight is evenly distributed on both feet. You're not leaning forward. You're sitting nice and tall. Imagine you've got a pole in the center of your body that is buried deep into the ground, holding you nice and straight. For 3, 2, and 1. Flip the palm of that left hand up this time. Bend that arm. Drop that forearm to the left thigh. Reach the right arm overhead, the inner elbow alongside the ear. And breathe. Drop that right here. For 3. Rotate the shoulder back. 2. And 1. Inhale back out. Warrior 2. For 3. 2. And 1. Inhale up. And exhale, release. And turn those toes in. One more wide leg forward fold. Hands right here in the hips. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Hips and thighs. Bringing the hands to the floor. Nice little soft bend in the knees. And breathe. For 3. 2. And 1. Now walk your hands all the way to the right until you're kind of in a lunge. Rotate this foot. And then step back to plank. And hold a nice tight plank for a moment. For 3. 2. And 1. Now drop to your knees. Get your big toes together. Widen those knees out. We're going to go into a wide leg child's pose for just a moment. Arms are up overhead. Pressing the knuckles of the palms of your hands firmly into the mat. Drop that forehead towards the floor. Couple of breaths here. Now slowly walk your hands to your shoulders, come up. Let's come to sitting down. We're going to move into cow face pose. So you're going to have one leg bent, the leg behind you, and the other on the side, so the knees are stacked. It's not going to be perfect. It's perfectly fine. We're going to do both directions. So you're going to feel one hip may be high up, not a big deal. Finding whatever is most comfortable to you, but it's going to be a little uncomfortable no matter which way you go. Let's take a big inhale. Open the arms out wide. And whichever leg you have stacked on top, that's the arm I want to go to behind your back. The other arm is going to go up. You're going to reach towards your fingertips. Now, if you can't reach, this is a good place where you can use your belt or your towel or whatnot, and you can grab the ends of the towel to walk your hands closer together or not. You can just reach for them. It's perfectly fine. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, release, and release. Now uncross those legs, and let's cross the other direction. So bring in one leg underneath, and the other one on top. And again, this side, one side is going to feel completely different than the other. Sitting nice and tall again, noticing the difference, not judging it, just checking in with it. Let's inhale the arms out again, and just the opposite this time. So the leg that's on top, the arm is going to go behind you, and the other one's going to reach up and up. And you're going to notice it's different on one side than the other. Again, maybe you can touch your fingers or even interlace your fingers. Maybe you can't. This is where the strap or the towel or the belt comes in that you can grab hold of to help you walk a little closer together with the fingers. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and exhale, release. Now uncross those knees again. Now bring those legs out in front of you, moving into Paschimottanasana. So I want you to sit nice and tall. Make sure you get a nice straight spine. Pull that flesh away from your sit spine. You don't want to be leaning back on your sacrum. You want to be on those sit bones. Bring your hands to the tops of the thighs. Let's inhale, reach the crown of your head to the ceiling. Exhale, run your hands down the thighs, the knees, the shins. I want you to keep a nice straight spine today. We're not rounding down. You're not looking towards your knees. I want you to bring the chin towards the toes. So you're reaching the crown of the head to the ceiling and reaching the chin forward while keeping a nice straight spine. Feeling the stretch in the hamstrings as well as lengthening the spine. Now, if you have gone to your edge, if you have found that edge, I want you to back away just a little bit. And then back away just a tiny bit more. I want you to be at awareness. I want you to be at pain or discomfort. We're going to be here for just a few seconds. And the object is to get these hamstrings and the hips to relax. And if you have gone as far as you can, they have already stretched as far as they can, and they'll never be able to stretch anymore. So you back away from your edge and find that release point where you still actually are at awareness, but it's uncomfortable but not painful. So if during the time that I've been talking and telling you this and you're like, oh, I wish you would hush so we can get out of this pose, that means you have gone too far and you still need to back off a little bit. because it does take 70 to 120 seconds for the muscles to get the signal from the brain that it is okay to relax. And you'll feel the release when it happens. It may feel huge, but it may be, your neighbor may not be able to see it. And gently back away and release. Now bring your hands back behind you. We're going to move into reverse tabletop. So your fingertips are either facing the buttocks, or if you've got wrist issues, you can bring your fingertips out to the side, whichever feels better to you. Bend those knees, press those feet firmly into the floor. Take a big inhale. Exhale, shift the hips up to the ceiling, look down the front of the body. You can gently drop the head back if it's available to you. And slowly release, and release. And now, let's come all the way to roll over to lying on our belly. We're going to move into locust pose for just a moment. So pull yourself down all the way onto the floor. And I want the toenails put down. And I want you to bring your arms out to the side with the palms on the floor. Drop the forehead to the mat for just a second. Let's take a big inhale. Lift the head and the chest up, and the arms up and the legs up. Pressing the hips firmly into the floor. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Bringing those hands up top, placing them on top of each other, dropping that forehead to the back of the hands for a moment. We're going to visit this pose again, this time with the arms in front. So you're going to bring your arms out in front of you, palms flat on the floor. Take a big inhale, lift the head and the chest up, and the arms and the feet and thighs. And breathe. For 3, 2, and 1. And bring those hands on top of each other and rest the forehead on the back of the hands again. Take a breath. And then slowly roll on over to your back. Now, this is the time where you may want a towel or something. We're going to move into half shoulder stand. So if you're going to use a towel or a yoga blanket, place it underneath your shoulders, where your shoulders are resting on the blanket or the towel, or your head is on the floor. So you're going to bend your knees for just a moment. And then you're going to lift those legs up to the ceiling, and you're going to press the hips up and bring your hands underneath. Your elbows are on the mat. You're pressing your hands in the sacrum, and breathe. If it's available to you and you'd like to, you can move into plow pose, bringing the toes all the way to the floor. Do not move your head. If that's not comfortable or available to you, stay in your half. Shoulder stand. And then bend the knees and slowly lower yourself down to the mat. And then drop the feet to the floor. Our final pose before moving into Shavasana is going to be fish pose. So with those feet still planted on the floor and the knees bent, bring your hands beside you, and I want you to bring your hands underneath your buttocks. If it's available, get your thumbs to touch, and then walk your elbows underneath you as much as possible. And then you'll straighten out those legs. The feet are active, but not quite flex really hard. They're just kind of, the toes are reaching to the ceiling. Now I want you to imagine you have got a string in the center of your chest and that there's a puppet master above you. And I want you to inhale and imagine that puppet master is lifting that string. So you lift your chest up, press through the elbows, lift the head up so you've got a nice little arch in your back, and then drop the back of the head back to the mat. Your chest is still up into the ceiling, your back is arched, you're pressing through the elbows. And breathe. If you need to come out of this pose at any time before I call it, please do so. Slowly press through the elbows, lift the head and chest up, and lower yourself back down to the mat. Bend those knees, place the feet flat on the mat again, and roll your hands out from underneath your buttocks. And finding your way into your favorite way of practicing Shavasana today. Traditionally, Shavasana is practiced lying on your back with your feet about mat-width apart. Your palms are out to the side, or palms up. Your hands are out to the side with your palms up. But if this is not comfortable to you, I would like for you to find a comfortable position for you today. Like you can have your knees bent, and you can have the knees touching. If you have back issues, if you need some support for your lower back, you can always have a pillow or something underneath your knees to get support that way. You can have both hands on your belly, one on your belly, one on your heart. Whatever is most comfortable for you today. Find your Shavasana position. And now, let's take a great big inhale. And exhale, let it go. And again, great big inhale. Exhale, let it go. Bring your awareness, your attention to your forehead. I want you to relax your forehead, soften it. And bring your attention to your eyes. Let your eyes relax. Maybe you're squinting, let them soften. Imagine them sinking a little deeper into the eye socket. And now let's relax the jaw. Let it unhinge just a little bit. Releasing the tongue from the back of the throat or the roof of the mouth. Soften the belly. Soften the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. The toes, the tops of the feet, and the soles of the feet, and the ankles are relaxing. Your right foot and left foot completely relaxed. The shins, the calves, the thighs, and the buttocks relaxing. Your right leg and left leg completely relaxed. Lower back, middle back, and upper back relaxing. Abdomen, rib cage, and chest relaxing. The entire torso completely relaxed. Shoulders, upper arms and forearms relaxing. The wrists, the backs of the hands, the palms of the hands and the fingers relaxing. Your right arm and left arm completely relaxed. The throat, the jaw, cheekbones, behind the eyes and the forehead relaxing. The throat, the jaw, cheekbones, behind the eyes and the forehead relaxing. The entire head completely relaxed. Your whole body is relaxing. Whole body relaxing. Whole body completely relaxed. And for the next few moments, you don't have to go anywhere or do anything. You don't have to be anybody for anyone else. Let all of your troubles, all of your worries, just kind of float away like a cloud in the sky while you take these next few moments for yourself to relax. Stay open to life. I have a tendency to be dogmatic. If I have an experience that's unpleasant, I take a firm stand and say, I'll never go through that again. I'll never do that again. If something frightens me or I don't understand it, I tend to push it away. Won't even consider it. That's not going to work for me, I'll say. Sometimes before I even know whether it will or not. Being dogmatic shuts us down and can shut life out. The universe will challenge our prejudices, though. Without being certain how it happened, we may find ourselves doing the very thing we thought we would never enjoy doing. And hearing a quiet voice, the one that comes from our heart, ask, well, what do you think now? When we're open, we'll find ourselves doing things, sharing things, experiencing things and liking things we never thought we would or could. Open your heart. Open your mind. Open your life and all it holds for you. Let the dogma dissolve. Take a deep breath. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. You can roll your wrists and ankles. Bring a little movement into your body. On your next deep breath, lift your arms up over your head. Give yourself a big stretch. Do what feels good to you. And then bend your knees and then roll over to your favorite side. Whichever one you need, right or left does not matter. And stretching your top leg out for balance with your head heavy. Use both hands to press yourself up to a seated position. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.